Hello, this is Daniel Mart, and today I'm going to be reviewing episode 10, season 1, Gotham. Oh my gosh. So this is the episode right before the season final, or the mid-season final. So this is episode 10, and then we're basically not going to get another episode till January. So yeah. So, oh my gosh. They finished this off in maybe one of the most incredible ways. But before I get into that, 10 seconds spoiler warning as usual. For those who haven't seen the episode and are meaning to watch it, stop the video, go check it out, and come back here and watch the rest of this review. 10 seconds spoiler warning as usual, starting now. Okay, so 10 seconds are up. So for those who have yet to actually watch the episode and haven't already, please don't comment down below or be messaging me that I never gave you a fair warning, because as usual I did. And oh my gosh, maybe one of the best episodes of this show so far, in my opinion. I mean, they had to go out with a bang, and they went out with a bang. So yeah, where do I begin with this? So yeah, synopsis, likes and dislikes, and the rates as usual. I do want to point out, because I literally just noticed this right now. I'm wearing my Joker shirt. Like, I'm not even kidding. I'm wearing my Joker shirt, and I didn't even realize it till just now. So yeah, Batman for the win, or Gotham, whatever. Batman, whatever. Okay, so yeah, as usual, quick synopsis, likes and dislikes, and the rates. So, okay, basically, you have Selena, Kyle, and Bruce, and they're basically on their own. There's this group of assassins who wants to kill them, because, Selena Kyle is the sole witness of the Bruce Wayne murder, or not Bruce Wayne murder, the Wayne parents murder, no, Thomas Martha Wayne's murder. So someone is after them, wants to kill them, and then at the same time, someone is trying to kill Lovecraft, who is the other big-time mob boss, which we got introduced to in the last episode. So yeah, someone's trying to kill him as well, which they succeed. He dies at the end of the episode, and basically there is basically the two kids trying to survive out in Gotham, or well, mostly Bruce trying to survive out in Gotham, and well, kind of also Selena Kyle, because she's also being hunted herself, but still, you get the point. Alfred, Alfred gets badass in this episode. I mean, he's shooting people left and right, kills some people, or harms them at the very least. He's shooting people left and right, beating the shit out of the assassins. It's just pretty cool. So I think this is the most badass we've seen Alfred in a long time. I mean, just the character of Alfred alone, I don't think we've seen that in live action at all. Because usually when we see Alfred, we see these older men, like Michael Caine, or in the '60s Batman, or in the Batman movies from like the '60s with the Tim Burton. They're like older men. But this is, this Alfred, he's like in his 50s, so he's somewhat older, but he's still badass. He could kick ass. He shoots left and right. He's a good shot. So yeah, I think that was one of my favorite things of this episode. The fact that Alfred is a badass MFer. He's a badass motherfucker. I mean, that's something we've seen in the comics before, but it's not something that's been explored that much. At least not in my opinion. I haven't read any of it, but from what I kind of read before I saw the show, like all the way 10 weeks ago, so like 2 months ago, it wasn't really some side of Alfred we've seen that much, and goddamn, he was just badass. He was a badass MFer, badass motherfucker in this episode, and goddamn, I think that's one of the best points of this episode. So yeah, aside from Alfred, oh yeah, so at the end of the episode, Jim Gordon, he is, I guess, since he is against the law, or at least with Mulroney's law and Falcone's law and the mayor's law, since he's against the law, he is sent to Arkham Asylum, but as a cop. So he's basically a security guard at Arkham Asylum. So he had these touching moments with him and Harvey Bullock saying, we should get a drink sometime. He's like, yeah, we should do that soon. Then you also have this one scene with him and Edward Nygma, and he's like, yeah, you're a good man, Edward Nygma. And Edward Nygma kind of like starts shaking his hand and then goes directly for a hug. And it's like one of those awkward things you don't know how to react to, but it was just done so weird, cool. Because he's kind of an interesting character. He's and he carries himself weirdly. Nygma kind of carries himself in a weird position, or a weird way. So it's kind of funny to see him, interact with some of the other characters. And then Harvey Bullock kind of, jokes around, I kind of wish they'd kind of send Nygma to Arkham Asylum. He's like, and then Gordon's like, nah, you're probably missing. He's like, he kind of gives us response that he doesn't want to admit that he'll miss Nygma. but he admits it. Like, he doesn't want to admit it, but he acknowledges that Nygma is a good person and he is very helpful. So, you know, a bit of love for Nygma is always good. Doesn't, you know, get him apeshit crazy yet. Because, you know, for those who know Batman, he turns, spoiler, into the Riddler, but I don't think they're gonna do that anytime soon. So yeah, aside from that, you know, Alfred's a badass motherfucker. The kids, you know, Selena, Kyle, and Bruce Wayne, and they're like running around in this like drug factory or something. I want to say it's a drug factory, but it's more like of a black market situation. And you know, that's a very interesting. You know, they're kind of attacked in this black market place. We see the return of Poison Ivy, which we haven't seen since like episode 1. And she's like this 5 or 6-year-old child, and she's like just looking at Bruce Wayne, all pissed to shit, saying, you know, he's not the one that killed my father. He's not the one that caused my mom to cut her wrist off, because you know he kind of indirectly is the cause, but you know. You could see there's some kind of craziness, so pretty cool, pretty interesting from that little girl actor. I have no idea who plays her though. So and it's only 2 episodes you've seen her, so yeah. I mean, overall, this was a pretty good episode, and I think one of the best things, I think this is something we've been waiting since, like, episode 5 or something, or, like, episode 3, when Selena, Kyle, and Bruce Wayne finally kiss. So, yeah, many people would consider this a minuscule, or a very small detail, but when you think about it, it's actually a very large detail in the progression of the show. Because, you know, now you have that relationship kind of, you know, and that relationship has always been there since, like, the past 2 or 3 episodes. But now it's, like, kind of starting to grow, develop. The character development for both characters is pretty cool and interesting, in my opinion. And also kind of, you know, again, develops the story a bit more. Because, you know, Selena, Kyle, and Batman, they're kind of, like, lovers. You know, one of those things, like, on again, off again, girlfriend, boyfriend type of bullshit. So, it's pretty interesting to see how that they kind of started off young, when they're, like, 13 or 14. Probably 13, so, yeah. Overall, it's a pretty good episode. You know, the kiss, I think it's one of the best things of this episode, despite the fact that Alfred became a badass motherfucker in this episode. Despite everything that happened with Bruce Wayne, I think that has to be the highlight of the episode, the kiss. This is something that I've been expecting, like, they have to do in this episode, they did it. So yeah, and then you also got this, like, 2 scenes with Penguin, which, they were dark, they were good, but, you know, it's kind of interesting to see Penguin kind of taking a back seat, so, yeah. Overall, pretty great episode. Any negatives? Not that I can think of. Not that I can think of. Let's see, were there any negatives? Not really. I don't think there were any negatives, period. Yeah, I don't think so. I mean, everything was just what I expected. I mean, also it's the mid-season finale, so you know they had to go out with a bang. They went, you know, and they went out with a bang. Probably the best, or one of the best episodes we've seen from Gotham. I want to say it's the best episode from Gotham. Originally, I thought it was like episode 1 or maybe episode 2 as the one of the best, but episode 10 has to be the best out of Gotham so far. And thing is, we still have another 12 episodes, so yeah. God damn it. Gotham, pretty incredible show. My 3rd favorite show so far of all time. I have to say, Walking Dead being number 1, and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles from the 1980s being number 2. I'm serious. That's my favorite. That's probably my second my favorite animated show, the Ninja Turtles from the 80s. But off topic. On a rate 1 to 10, 1 being the worst, 10 being the best, and 6 being decent, I give this episode a perfect 10 out of 10. Alright, let me just do Joker clap. Like the Joker. Yeah, Joker. Yeah, Joker approves. Okay, whatever. 10 out of 10, perfect episode. Definitely check it out. So yeah, that's basically it for this video. Gotham returns on January, so stay tuned for that. So yeah, now all we have left is Arrow, Constantine, Flash out of DC, and then for anything else comic book based, we have Walking Dead, and then we also have Scorpion and Grace Point and Z Nation. So yeah, that's basically it for this review. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Movie reviews, TV show reviews, and comic book reviews is what I do. Comment down below your thoughts on the episode. Did you like it? Did you hate it? Comment on that down below. Let me know. Like the video, share on Facebook, Twitter, MySpace, or whatever you guys prefer. And that's basically it for now. This is Daniel Mart signing off.